Today we're going to pull back the curtain on the invisible system that moves trillions of dollars in stocks and bonds all around the world every single day.
So let's start with a really big question. When you click buy on a stock, how do all these different banks in totally different countries actually communicate to make that happen safely? How do they make sure the right number of shares land in the right account without a single decimal point out of place?
Well, the answer is a very specialized language called Swift MT5XX. Think of it as the universal grammar for global finance. It's a strict set of rules and codes that all these institutions agree to use when they talk to each other about your assets. This shared language is the key. It's what stops that chaos from happening and makes sure your money ends up exactly where it's supposed to.
So let's dive in and decode this thing. What does this secret language actually look like? How can a simple string of text command the movement of billions of dollars with total precision? Let's break it down.
It helps to think of it like a really simple grammar. The messages are built with these little tagged fields that basically act like the nouns, verbs, and adjectives of a financial deal. So you have a field like /35B, which answers the question, what stock is it? Then /36B says how much of it. /90A sets the win. And the really important one, /22F, gives you the status update. Did it actually work?
Okay, so we've got the basic vocabulary down. Now let's see how these little pieces get strung together to tell the complete story of a trade, right from the very first order to the final confirmation.
No matter how complicated a trade seems, it really just boils down to two basic steps. First, an instruction goes out. That's the command. And second, a confirmation comes back. That's the reply, telling you what happened. It's a clean, logical little conversation.
So that first message is the instruction. Let's say you're buying a security. Your bank sends out a message with a code like MT541. That code specifically means receive this security against a payment. It's a direct, unambiguous order telling a custodian to get ready to accept these assets for you.
And this really shows you just how precise this has to be. That MT541 message uses those fields we just looked at to define exactly what security to move, exactly how much of it, and the exact date it all needs to be finalized. There is absolutely zero room for error.
All right, so the instruction is sent. The trade happens. Now what? Well, the other party has to reply with a confirmation message, something like an MT55, if it was successful. This message is the official, okay, we got it, it's done. It's what closes the loop so everyone knows the result.
And you can't overstate how critical this step is. Honestly, nothing is truly final until that confirmation message arrives. It's the trigger that gives a bank the green light to officially update its books. It's the exact moment those assets are formally added to or removed from your account. It's what makes the whole thing real. But this language isn't just for the high-speed drama of trading. It's also working quietly in the background, handling all the essential day-to-day management of your assets. It's like the plumbing of your financial life.
Yeah, this MT550X language is constantly working for you. That message that tells you about an upcoming dividend from a stock you own, that's an MT564. The message that confirms your participation in a stock buyback, that's an MT567. And the official statement you get listing everything you own, yep, that's generated by an MT535.
Okay, so that's the system that's been running for decades. But finance is getting faster, it's more data-driven, it's way more complex. So the language it speaks has to evolve too. What's next on the horizon?
The whole industry is now moving from that old MT standard to a new one called ISO 22022, or MX for short. And the best analogy is this. If the old MT message was like a short, cryptic telegram, the new MX standard is like a detailed email. And that matters because more detail means fewer errors, faster processing, and, down the line, quicker and cheaper financial services for all of us.
Now, this creates a really fascinating challenge. For the next few years, all of these modern financial systems have to be bilingual. They've got to speak the old MST language to talk to older markets, while also being fluent in the new MX language for the modern ones. It's a huge technical lift for the entire industry. At the end of the day, whether it's the old MT or the new MX, this hidden language is the absolute backbone of finance. It's what provides the structure, the reliability, and the trust for the entire global market. It makes sure your assets are tracked and moved correctly across this incredibly complex web of institutions.
So this leaves us with a huge question. As technology pushes finance to become more automated and faster than ever, will this evolution in language be enough?
Can the way we talk about money actually keep pace with the incredible speed at which it now moves? And will it unlock a future of truly instant, seamless global finance for every single one of us?